Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a little bit of a meal prep. I have been trying to get back into meal prepping, but it is so time consuming as a mom, and I am just trying to share with you guys what I'm doing to get myself back on track so I can stay eating healthy, high protein, nutritious meals throughout the week. And this is going to be a little bit of a meal prep for maybe 3 or 4 days. I don't know. This is what I'm aiming for here. So today I'm dusting off the crock pot and I'm going to use this thing. But before I start anything, I'm going to take my very last productivity shot from Magic Mind that they gifted me these. And these have been working wonders for me, helping to increase my energy, my productivity, my motivation just to do things in my daily life. And I really need the energy to get through this meal prep because it's going to take me a little while. As always, I'll leave the link down below so you guys can get you some and also use my discount code and save you guys some money. So now I'm starting with the meat. I'm using a beef stew meat. I typically only use my crock pot for beef. I don't know why. And these are all the typical seasonings I use for beef or pretty much any meat that I use. These are all the seasonings that I like to use. You can pause the screen to see what they are. Next up, I am preparing my rice. I like to use the Goya jasmine rice. I feel like it just sits well in my stomach as opposed to the traditional white rice. Also, I know a lot of people are not a fan of making rice, but I like to do it the traditional way and just cook it on the stove. Some people prefer to use the rice cooker or use instant rice, the ones that you put in the microwave. But me personally, I like to do it this way. So I like to give myself a couple of meat options, and especially since most of the time when I'm cooking, I have food for my husband, and I can't even say my kids because my kids won't eat the food that I make. So it's just basically for me and my husband, and he eats a lot, okay? So I have a couple options going today. So I am preparing the ground beef, and I'm just adding some onions and peppers and garlic to that ground beef. This is the ground beef that I've been getting lately from Aldi, and 93% is the best one to use. I find that it's not super dry, but it's also not super greasy because you have less fat in it. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of winging it today, and so I'm just trying to grab whatever healthy things that I have that I can just throw into my meals. So we've got some corn, we got some spinach, and so I'm gonna create like a little corn salsa situation because I don't eat salsa, so I'm trying to come up with something. And at this point I really needed just like a little snack to get me through because I went to the gym this day and I did legs, and although I had lunch before I started prepping, just leg day is gonna do it to me every time. So I'm just using a measuring cup to measure the corn, and I should have waited because this bag was so hot. I know you see the steam coming out of it. And so anyways, I'm putting together corn, red onion, and spinach. I am a very, very picky girl, and so the fact that I'm even eating raw onions is amazing to me. But I'm trying to spice it up, and I'm trying to find ways to eat things that I typically won't eat in moderation. So now that the beef is done and my corn salsa situation is prepped, I am going to put together my meals. So basically I'm just doing like a deconstructed taco. These are the tortillas I like to use, the white corn tortillas. They tend to be lower in calories, and at this point I was running low, so I only used 2 for each meal. Typically I'll have like 3. I also don't recommend bending them like that because it actually broke, and I ended up just kind of making into like half tacos. So now I'm prepping a breakfast, and I'm going to do overnight protein oats. I have been playing around with the different type of overnight oats that I want to eat. I really am just trying to find what I like, and I saw someone post this recipe using the 0 sugar jello mix but the cheesecake flavor, which I always get anyways, but I never thought to put them into my overnight oats, and let me tell you, it tastes so good. So I'm adding some chia seeds just for extra nutrients, and I'm mixing that all in with my oats, my protein powder, as well as the Jello mix. And then I'm adding the Fairlife milk to this. You can add water if you like, if you want to cut down on calories, but I like this, so this is what I go for. And typically I eat oats, overnight oats or oatmeal on days that I do legs, so I am making 2 of these. And lately I've really been enjoying blackberries and raspberries, so I added that to the overnight oats on the side, and I'll just eat it together. And these are the 2 breakfast items I will be having. I'm also gonna make another breakfast option for later on, but right now I'm tired and I need another break. It has probably been 2 hours. I feel like I got 0 things accomplished, but I just needed a break for a little bit. So now I'm checking on my meat and I'm throwing in the carrots. I usually don't put carrots, but I'm trying to increase my micronutrients over here. And then I decided to add this chicken bone broth in just to give it a little extra something, because I did want to make this a little bit saucy. And also the bone broth has like extra protein in it, so that's an added bonus. Next up, I am going to make some pancakes using the Kodiak Power Cake Mix and the Fairlife milk. So it's gonna be a high protein breakfast as well. I'm all about high protein, trying to get in, if I can, at least 30 grams for my meals. Typically I'll get the chocolate chip flavor for the pancake mix, but I couldn't find it, so I got the buttermilk one, which is not bad. I just feel like it needs a little something in it, so I'm just putting that together, and I'm making 2 batches of this as well. And to add to my pancakes, I'm creating a little yogurt concoction on the side. If you've seen my previous videos, I do not like yogurt, but I am forcing myself to find ways to eat yogurt in a way that I can tolerate. I don't know, something about the texture and the smell and the taste of yogurt, but it's a great way to get in more protein and also have like a lower calorie snack. So I'm adding half a scoop of protein powder to this. This is actually a new protein powder I'm trying out, and it tastes pretty good. This is vanilla ice cream from Xoxo. And yeah, so I'm adding that on the side to have with my pancakes. This is typically not how I would eat pancakes, but I am really trying to push myself to eat more nutritious and healthier things. And sometimes it looks like trying new things in a different way, and it might look basic to some people, but whatever works for you. So this is my last meal. Typically I don't have beef very often, but when I do, this is how I like to make it. And because I was a little thrown off today, because I went to the gym this morning, instead of meal prepping, I forgot about my wellness shots. And so this is the last thing that I'm doing for the day, okay? Because mama is tired. These kids have been going crazy, which is why you're getting a voiceover today. It has been a very long day, and I don't enjoy meal prepping when there's a lot going on. Anyway, so these are my wellness shots. Typically, I will not do it with the carrot, but since I had carrot, I figured let me add carrot to this. But I will say this, I'm probably not going to add the carrot to this particular shot, or I will add more water just because the consistency was just not it for me. So, you know, I try to do something a little different, and it just wasn't exactly what I would have liked it to be, but it is what it is. I still drank it and I still got the benefits from it. Also, these jars have been really great to use. But I make a mess. I make a mess with these shots all the time, and it's annoying. But these jars are so much easier for me to consume the shots, and so I'll link those down in the description box. These are on Amazon. You can grab them for very cheap, honestly. And these are my wellness shots. I know I was probably all over the place with my meals, but I've got 2 breakfast options, 2 lunch and dinner options, so there's a total of 8 meals and 5 wellness shots. I also wanted to share with you guys these new containers that I got specifically for meal prepping for myself. The pink ones are for me, and then I got my husband these gray ones because he needs to get into meal prepping as well. And these are actually really good. I like them and they were very affordable, so I'll link those down below if you want to get started on meal prepping and you need some containers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.